Blind in the deepest night, reaching out, grasping for a fleeting memory. All the thoughts keep piercing this broken mind. I fall, but I'm still standing.
Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is without question, in my opinion, one of the best stealth games I ever played. The story is pretty great, the voice acting is on point, and I had an amazing time playing this phenomenal video game. This video game takes place 9 years later after the events of Ground Zero. It's 1984. Snake has woken up from his coma. He is now called Venom Snake because he wants to get revenge on the people that tried to kill him and his comrades at the end of Ground Zeroes. I have to say, this is, without question, one of the greatest games I ever played in general. I mean, from the voice acting to the graphics to the story to the way you customize your weapons and your buddies that you could take with you on your missions. Wow, it was done amazingly well. Hideo Kojima is a genius when it comes to these Metal Gear Solid games. I mean, this just might be his best work. Not only do you have the ability to play in whatever order you want to play when it comes to the missions, you also get to choose how you want to play. Do you want to go in with stealth mechanics and all, or do you want to go in guns a-blazing? Like, the level of player freedom that you have is simply just phenomenal. And not just that though, I was asking myself many times throughout this game that these are some of the best missions that I played in a stealth game in quite a long time. Like, generally, comparing this to Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, it's like comparing apples with oranges. What I mean by that is, like, as much as I like Snake Eater, and that's like one of my favorite games, this is on a whole another level. So basically, this game is open world, obviously. There's a day and night cycle, and there is a weather cycle as well. It makes more sense considering the graphical power that this game had came on back in 2015. And it is over a 100-hour video game that you can explore to your heart's content. In fact, there are several features in this game that I enjoy, like the full 10 recovery system, the ability to pick whichever buddy you want to take with you, such as D-Dog, D-Walker, Quiet, or even D-Horse. And speaking of which, why is Quiet so sexualized in this video game? No, seriously, look at her appearance in this video game and tell me that Hideo Kojima wasn't thinking about fan service when he made that character. Like, she's not in tactical gear, she's in her bra pretty much. And she seems very sexualized. Like, she don't speak a lick of dialogue at all throughout this game. She's a quiet female sniper with supernatural abilities. And I'm thinking to myself, we get to know her backstory, but did she really have to look like that? I mean, I'm not really complaining, but still. I mean, it was criticized for a reason. And another thing I like to point out is that as far as the plot is concerned, it's not the best plot around, but it certainly is very entertaining for what it is. There is so much to this video game, such as Mother Base. When you fault in a soldier, he goes back to Mother Base and becomes part of your army. In fact, throughout my over 60-hour playtime of this video game, I noticed that soldiers with different ranks, some are good with weapons, others are good at building extensions to Mother Base. And you have your medical facility. And there's so much more into that. You can free roam, do so many missions. It is a lot to take in. Plus, there's a lot of music in this video game. Some songs in this video game that I didn't think I would hear would have been from, Snake Eater, the theme song, Too Shy, that song, and several others. It was a general surprise. I mean, I love this video game. What else can I say? There is some great stealth mechanics. It's come a long way, Metal Gear Solid, since its very beginning. It certainly is the evolution of how far Metal Gear Solid is now compared to where it was 20 years ago. Now, one thing I do question is, will Skullface being the main antagonist? Without giving spoilers away, it's like the ending is anticlimactic. What can I say? It's not the best ending to a Metal Gear Solid game. I still think the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3 is very emotional. But for me, when it comes to the end of this game, not so much. It leads to unanswered questions that should have been answered through the many hours it'll take a person to beat this entire video game. In fact, this is one of the longest video games I ever played. Like, it'll take you, 46 hours or so to beat the main story. Then you double that when you gotta do the side missions and everything else. If you never played this masterpiece, I would highly recommend you check this video game out because I think it's well worth your time. I'm giving this video game a 9 out of 10. Truly a exceptional video game. There are so many factors to take under consideration. The ability to buy new weapons and upgrade them throughout the course of this video game. The buddy system with the 4 buddies you can take on missions. And generally just being an overall fun stealth game. And generally, I love the title of this game, The Phantom Pain. In other words, it's the pain that Big Boss had dealt with in the past. And not being too trusting of new characters such as Quiet at first, even Dr. Emmerich. And also there's more to the main story such as Snake dealing with the Skull unit and a new type of Metal Gear. This is certainly a video game that should be experienced. That is a fan of the franchise of Metal Gear Solid. And that's my review of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this video game if you have played it. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying peace out.